Welcome back to the Smugsy Show. I'm Smugsy, your host. Almost every Wednesday we meet here to talk about important things and important people. Tonight it's farewell to the Portland studio and the latest on the search for a producer of the Kirk Minihane show, but more importantly, a 4 or a 5 at the Writers' Cup. So tonight is it. We're wrapping up 3 great years here in Portland, Maine, producing the Smugsy Show, and boy, have we come a long way, baby. Ooh, I went back to a few of the earlier shows. I can't believe how bad they are, just so bad. So I just want to thank all the fans for growing with me into the role of being essentially the Jane Goodall of the Kirk Minihane show, as well as providing insightful commentary on all things politics, society, and culture. It's been so fun. 158 videos. Close to 500,000 views, 3.6 thousand subscribers. We've got a ways to go, but we're on our way. So next week we'll be coming to you from a new studio. Subscribe to the show. You don't want to miss it, because there's a lot going on, and it's hard to really understand what's going on. But one thing I know for sure, having seen the Writers' Cup and having observed what's been going on at the Kirk Minihane show and at Barstool Sports, is that this producer search is on a whole other level because of what happened with Francis and Arian. And of course what I'm talking about is round 1 of the Writers' Cup, which is this fake golf tournament that Barstool Sports put on to generate content, to make some money, because they're trying to crawl out of the hole that they fell in when they failed at the Barstool betting and gambling when it got sold to Penn. So they had this golf tournament, and it turns out that Kirk Minihane knows the rules and plays ruthlessly by the rules to win, and that's how I play. So I'm a 5. I think it was a 5. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's very technical golf rules, which, suffice it to say, as soon as Francis put the ball in the cup, it was a 5. He should have let Arian make that other shot. So that was pretty obvious to me. I saw it, but it wasn't obvious to Francis. It wasn't obvious to Dave Portnoy. And Kirk saw an opportunity to pounce, and he did it in Kirk Minihane fashion. And this is why he gets the numbers. But he's never gotten as many numbers as he got today. So he's had a taste of the magic. There's no going back. There's no going back to, appearing with Jay and Hollywood Squares after you've been brought to that level. Those many million views of you grabbing your crotch. That's his head right now is so big. How big's the baby? So big. But some people might think it was about winning the golf game. That's what Kirk kept saying, right? He was in it to win. It was a competition, $30,000. But it wasn't really at all about a golf game. And this just sort of the theme that we touched on last week about the journey, manhood, discovering manhood, defining what it is to be a man. Well, what was going on today was more like alpha male. It was performance to show everyone at Barstool who's the number 2, okay? Dave Portnoy is the alpha dog, but Kirk Minihane is kind of nipping at his heels. He's never gonna overtake Dave Portnoy, but he had a huge success today, and therefore Jack Coleman's star is rising even higher as the new producer, because Jack Coleman is associated with Barstool and knows how to work the Barstool machinery and can help Kirk make a very smooth transition from bad boy, couple, 10, 20,000 clicks to Barstool phenom. So we saw the beginning today. It really is a Jane Goodall-like experience. Jane Goodall being the English scientist who went to Tanzania to study the chimps. she made some fascinating discoveries, you know. She figured out, for instance, the myth that only humans use tools was just that, a myth. Monkeys, chimps in Tanzania used a reed of grass to dip it into a termite nest and pull it out and essentially have a termite lollipop. That's what Kirk Minihane does, really, with his fans. Montante, Mick, these people who drive down, sit in the studio just to be humiliated for nothing. That's like a termite lollipop. And the other myth that Jane Goodall dispelled was that these chimps were vegetarians. It turns out they actually were cannibals. They would form a chimp gang, and then they would hunt down the weakest link and rip that chimp apart and then hand out the body parts. The alpha male, alpha chimp would do that. And you can kind of see that going on here also. So my work continues. The anthropologist of the Kirk Minihane Show is not a job that I take lightly, and so despite the change in location, I think you can still count on me for insightful analysis about what's going on. And what's going on is this. Kirk's going to have a moment in the sun. Jack Coleman's going to get the job. When the laser, when the blowtorch of Kirk Minihane is directed at Jack Coleman, that's the question that we're going to have to look for signs, how he's going to take it. He seems to be confident, has a smile on his face, aspirational, scored highly on the Steve units, which are pretty dumb, but good luck, John from Scranton, and good luck to me in my move. Good luck to all of you. Until next time, this is Smugsy Girl signing off. Take care.